is Sherri.
And I'm Joseph, and we are the Miclettes. And thank you for being here with us as always.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Welcome back to Moving Up with the Miclettes.
Moving on up.
And this one's special. This one is a special one.
Well, they're all special.
Yes, they're all special.
This is specialer.
It's especially special for us.
Exactly.
Because this video is about celebrating our 13th year of marriage, which I'm not wearing my ring.
Wow.
I know, right? Dang. All right, I'm back with my ring.
Yeah.
I had to go get the ring. It happens. For all my married folks out there, you know dang well that happens.
I ain't gonna lie, I went to work without my ring on today.
There you go. There you
forgot.
go. There you go. But hey, here we are celebrating 13 years of marriage. And one of our first videos that we ever released on the channel was a video that we recorded while we were celebrating our 11th year of marriage. And we recorded another one last year, which we never released, which I'm going to release along with this one. We're going to release that at the same time as this video on the same day. So you can watch both and see how our reflections of 11, 12, and now 13 might be similar, might be different, and just compare, you know?
Yeah, so like you said before, today we're kind of just reflecting on our marriage, you know, being married 13 years now, and just, you know, kind of what that means to us, you know, basically what we've learned within this past year, you know, leading up to this anniversary, and then basically where we want to go, where we want our marriage to, you know, continue to grow into. So being married 13 years, what does that mean to you?
First off, it's crazy. First off, it's wild to think that we are now at year 13, you know? When I think about our marriage, and I break down the amount of time that we've been married, I break it down into different segments and thresholds that we've achieved, right? Buying a home, right? Buying the house that we still live in, having a Kari, having Kylan, having Lyra.
Yeah.
I think to how long I've been teaching. I think to how long you've been at the county. I think back to, you know, like just what we've done together in that time and how fast that time has gone. And with each new year that passes, I reflect back and I say to myself, wow, like that's another year older. And then because time seems like it just goes so fast, I think, wow, here we are 2, 3, 4, 5 years later. And that's kind of how I look at it. And it's just, for one, it's amazing to think that we're now at year 13.
Yeah.
Secondly, what it means to me is that although we don't have the perfect marriage, it's perfect for us. And that's something that we've said the last couple of years. Like, I think we've come to that realization that there is no such thing as a perfect marriage, but it's perfect for those that are in it. And for us, whatever we may be doing right, whatever we are doing is working for us.
Yeah.
And something that you and I have said for many years, and I say this to a lot of different people in conversation, marriage takes teamwork. Marriage is a team effort.
Facts.
And we always think about like relationships being, you know, the cliche, oh, it's 50-50. And we've said this a number of times. Relationships aren't 50-50. You know, marriages are definitely not 50-50. It's 100-100. And I think whatever we've done over the last 13 years, we've done well enough to get us to this point where we still love each other. We still like each other. We still enjoy being with one another. We still like doing things with one another. And the fact that we want to keep doing things with each other, that's a positive sign that whatever we're doing is working, at least for us, right? And I know there's many times I'm guilty where I may not come with my 100% A game. And I come with a 90% or an 80%, but you're there to pick that up. with your 110 and 120% effort. Whatever we're doing is working well for us. And I think the last thing I will say is, although it doesn't seem like we've been married that long in comparison to couples that are now 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years in marriage. 13 years is a long time, especially considering there's so many couples that don't get to year 10. There's so many couples that don't get to year 5. There's so many couples that struggle just to get to those numbers. And here we are, and we've achieved 13 years.
I mean, we ain't bragging or nothing.
We have to celebrate that. Like we have to celebrate our love. We have to celebrate our joy. We have to celebrate our relationship. We have to celebrate that.
You're right.
So what does 13 years of marriage mean to you?
Well, basically everything you just said, and, you know, just to compound onto that. Yeah, like you said, the fact that we still, and like I've said previous years, still like each other. Like, you know, I get the chance to miss you because, you know, we don't see each other all the time. And not to say that we don't see each other all the time, but, you know, he's out of the home doing like DJing and doing things that take him out of the home for, you know, long stretches of time. You know, if you're gone from 10 a.m. to 2 o'clock in the morning, that's, you know, that's a long stretch of time to me, you know. And for me to be like, oh, you know, I miss him, what time are you coming home, or just wait up for his text message, you know, things like that are still important to me. And, you know, I just feel like we still like each other, we still respect each other, you know, we still love each other, and we try to make each other, you know, happy, even though our happiness is not dependent on the other person. But that's just something, you know, we still actually find joy in, trying to do things to make the other person happy or bring a smile to their face. And, you know, I just feel like we have come a long way. And just to think, I was actually thinking about this today, that, you know, I've been with him not technically, you know, since I was 20 years old, and that's going on 18 years this year. So, you know, that's a long time to have someone be a part of your life, and you still want them to be a part of your life, you know, because there's a lot of relationships, whether that's friends, you know, spouses, you're just like, ugh, you get tired of that person, or things happen and situations happen, and, you know, but with you, it has been marvelous. And yeah, like you said before, there's no perfect marriage, and it's always going to come down to compromise and respect and loyalty and, you know, things of that sort. And I feel that we do put our best effort forth in regards to those.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think you make a good point right now, like making the effort. You know, like I said, I know I fall short in so many different areas in the relationship, and that's something I always have to remind myself is make the effort, you know. And sometimes the effort may not be made when you want it to be made, right? Or it may not be.
There's that compromise. You gotta compromise, like, okay.
It's not even about it's not even compromise.
I'm talking about me in regards to you putting the effort forth. Okay, I'm gonna compromise because I know it's not gonna get done in the next month. Am I all right with it getting done in the next 2 months? All right.
Yeah, I guess that's
fine.
where you can call it compromise. I was gonna just call it understanding. Patience.
There, that too.
Patience and understanding.
Yes.
You know, but yeah, I think that's something that's really important, is recognizing like the effort. You know, make the effort to show your spouse, make the effort to show the person that you absolutely love, and make the effort for the person that you really care about, right? Like you said, you know, like I might be gone 8 hours, 10 hours at an event, or I might be gone for the entire day at a track meet.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, you still care to know if I'm safe. You still care to know if I'm on my way home. You still care enough to know that I'm going to be here, you know. That's important. In many relationships, sadly, unfortunately, that part is missing. The fact that that person doesn't necessarily care. I don't care where they are. They're not here, but I don't really care.
And they say once you get to the point where you don't care no more,
that's it. you know? And I think it just goes back to reflecting on whether or not you even like the person.
All right. So we talked about, what this year has meant, or our marriage so far has kind of meant to us. And so now, what have you become grateful for throughout this past year?
Well, I've said it the last couple of years, and I think it's even more so this year. I think with each new year, the gratitude is deeper. I'm super grateful for you and everything that you do, not just for the family, but for me. I'm super grateful for your patience. I'm super grateful for your love and super grateful for your friendship, right? Just super, super grateful. Very grateful for you and everything about you. I'm grateful for your leadership in our relationship. I'm grateful for the role that you play. Every person in a relationship has a specific role, and sometimes those roles blend. And you play such a great role in our relationship with everything that you do in that role. Multiple roles, I should say. You just a role player. Mm-hmm. You play multiple roles. But I appreciate everything that you do. I'm also really grateful for the friends and the family that we have around us, immediate family, extended family, people that really are supportive of us, supportive of the kids, supportive of everything that we are trying to accomplish and things that we're trying to do as a family or as a couple, or even individually. That's key right there, is having a good set of friends and a good set of family members that are going to be your support network. That's very important, and so I'm very grateful for that. I'm also very grateful for the different accomplishments that we have reached over the course of not just the 13 years, but over the course of this last year.
Yeah.
Financially, we've made some big steps in a positive direction. With the kids, I think that despite everything that has gone on between 2020 and 2021 with school and distance learning and being at home, I'm super proud of everything and grateful in, I think, what we have accomplished, right? Again, we probably didn't do a perfect job. We probably didn't do the best job, but we did the best that we could. And I think that we did a great job overall.
This past year has definitely taught me, well, not taught me, but shown me how appreciative and grateful I am for you, for just everything you have done with the kids. Like, when we say that, the distance learning put a wrench in stuff and, everyone had to adjust, like, this man, talk about adjustment. Like, he was trying to teach, in our kitchen at the same time trying to help 3, kids distance learn and then work on homework and try to, enjoy activities outside. And, the whole time I was actually, away at work. So, the strength that he just was able to, come up with just emotionally, mentally, I know that it was so taxing. And this past year has just showed me just how appreciative I am, for you and for having someone who was willing and, able to do it. And, even though there was days that there were, frustrations and, he might have been stressed, but every day he got up and tried to do it better the next day, and of course, as kids, they're not really understanding the compromise that, their parents are making for them, especially during this time. And they went through their trials as well. And, he was always trying to be there for them and talking to them. And then when he actually went back to school and to the classroom, just, dragging all 3 of them along with them. And, I really seen his strength this year and his compassion and just everything he's had to go through and endure while, trying to also nurture and teach our children and harness and, deal with their emotions and all that on a daily basis. So I salute you for this year.
I appreciate that. You're going to make me cry. So what are you looking forward to going into year 14 and beyond?
Well, definitely just continuing to, I guess, grow as a couple. And when I say grow, I mean whether that's, financially, spiritually together, emotionally, just being there for each other and to make sure the other person is, giving their 100%. So just always having the other person's back. And, in regards to our finances, like, I honestly feel like we are killing it right now. We're in a great position. We've definitely been blessed in regards to everything we've been able to do, for our family last year going into this year. And I just know that, we're going to be selling up. So, I'm looking forward to that. And, in regards to us, hopefully, if God willing, things, will get better and we'll be able to find babysitters a little bit more frequently so we can definitely, start our dating again, because I definitely want to include that, because we need our time, we need to date and we need to, constantly put that effort. Once you stop dating, once you stop putting that effort forth, that's when things kind of, go downhill. And, just definitely don't want to neglect our relationship. And even though we have a family, we also need to, nurture our relationship as well, just as husband and wife. So
100%.
Yeah, that's something I want to focus on, and just, making sure we're knocking off the goals that we're setting for ourselves and staying accountable to each other. And what about you? What are you looking forward to for our future?
Yeah, I mean, starting with year 14, definitely looking forward to how we can grow on what we've already started between the last 2 to 3 years. Financially, that's a big piece of it. Setting ourselves up for the future, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Making sure that, like you said, making sure that we are staying connected as a couple, making sure that we're staying connected as a friendship, making sure that we're staying connected as husband and wife, as two best friends. I think that we definitely need to really create some opportunities or take advantage of some opportunities that allow us to foster and thrive in that aspect of our relationship. So I definitely agree with you on that. For year 14, I'm also looking to see how we can just be better, how we can really take our relationship, how we can really take our marriage to a whole nother level. I think that's something that we always think about, is how we can be, good parents. And I know I'm always questioning my parenting, and I'm always reflecting on everything. That's just who I am. I'm always reflecting on something. But in regards to our marriage, I think that something I'm looking forward to is just being better together, whether it's things that we want to do here at home improvement projects, financial freedom, creating that legacy for our kids, getting ourselves 1 step or 2 steps or 5 steps closer to early retirement, solidifying that reality that we want for ourselves. I'm looking forward to that for this year, and obviously for years after. I'm looking forward to having some fun with you, man. I want to have fun with you. I feel like this last year we've only had like 2 occasions where we were able to get out of the home by ourselves. We've done a lot as a family. And I'm not mad at that. I've really enjoyed the opportunity to do things as a family. But to your point,
it's okay to be selfish sometimes.
I think we need to just really reconnect. I'm looking forward to really reconnecting with you. So thank you once again for being with us on the channel. Thank you for tuning in and showing love to us, moving up with the Miclettes. Hopefully we didn't come across as if we were bragging about our relationship, but more so celebrating and giving ourselves our flowers, giving each other our flowers for being able to get to this point in our lives together. For anybody else that's out there that's been married a number of years, however many years that may be, celebrate that. You still care about each other, celebrate that. You still love each other, you still like one another, you're still there for each other, you're still riding and dying for one another, celebrate that, because that means that you have found the person that you need to be with. And that's the person that's going to celebrate you. And we just want to share that. So thank you very much for watching. Please make sure that you like, you subscribe, you share.
Hit that thumbs up.
Hit the thumbs up. Get this video shown to other people. And if there's any way that we've provided value, if there's any way that we've been able to help and give you some content that is helpful to you in your relationship and your partner, let us know in the comments below.
Hopefully we dropped some jewels for you, and you put a little bug in your ear and be like, that makes sense. Yeah. Maybe I'll apply that to my relationship.
Yep.
So here is to us celebrating 13 years of marriage, and
keep moving up with the Miclettes.